Hello everyone, welcome back to As Told by Batney, and I of course am Batney. I'm Ashley, so I'm about to put on some lotion. Now let's start this over.
Put your head on my shoulder. Hold me in your arms, baby.
Hello everyone, welcome back to As Told by Batney, and I of course am Batney. Since you clicked on this video, you know today's video is going to be all about dry locks. Why am I moisturizing my locks and they're still dry? Why is my hair dry? Why does my hair feel so dry? Why does my hair feel so brittle? Why does my hair look so dull? These are all questions you could be asking yourself in terms of your locks. But before we hop into this video, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel for more up-to-date videos on my life and my locks and just my life, really. I'm trying to think if I have anything to catch you guys up on. We almost hit 600 subscribers, guys. I still have yet to come up with a name for my family here on YouTube. So again, if you have any ideas, just shoot them down in the comments. So yeah, I think that's really up to date. Still not working, this whole Corona thing. I'm sick of it. I had to cancel my vacation that I had planned to Miami. I'm a huge Shania Echo fan, and I brought tickets to go see her in Miami. I had to cancel that too. I'm just trying to be positive and not be down about what's going on in the world. But anyways, this video was not about the coronavirus because I could probably rant about it for a minute. But yeah, those are really like the only updates. I've been on a fitness journey. Shout out to my friend Taja. She's like my accountability partner, and she's been like on my booty to get it done. But I'm extremely grateful for her because it definitely helps having someone who's like-minded and it's like right there with what you're trying to get done in life. Yeah, it's definitely great having like-minded friends, especially people who can relate to what you're going through. And so yeah, shout out to you for just being amazing. Yeah, I'm grateful. So yeah, I have started my fitness journey back. It's been like 3 weeks, I think, since I've been like consistent with eating clean and working out. I was down almost 10 pounds. I said was because this past weekend was a little hard on me emotionally. And so I kind of started emotional eating again, but I made sure to get back on it because I don't want to get back into my same habits that I was in 2019. So I'm trying to be better. So I have noticed like a slight changes in my body. The biggest thing that I've noticed is my face. Y'all, do y'all see my skin? I have no makeup on whatsoever. I have no makeup on. I washed my face last night. I didn't wash it today yet because I'm gonna work out, so I didn't want to, you know, waste products. But I have no makeup on whatsoever. I'm grateful though. But anyways, let's hop into this video. I think that's everything I had to update you guys on. But this video is not a fitness video nor a health video. And I know my lock followers have missed my lock video. So I said, let me make sure the next video I do is a lock video. So, like I said, sorry for the rambling. Today's video is going to be on dryness. I have my trusty dusty iPad that is almost dead. My iPad's always dead. I have no idea why. But you guys know that I ramble, so I try to write this down on notes so I can stay on topic. Today's video, again, is going to be on dry locks. With the season change, well, unless you're like watching this and you're in Australia or wherever else they have opposite seasons of the United States, the season that we are about to go in, actually it's already spring, so welcome spring. It feels amazing outside. But with these season changes, more so locks really don't, or just hair, it doesn't get dry. Like more so the months or the season to worry about in terms of dryness is like fall and especially winter. But when spring and summer starts to come, it's not as common for your hair to be like as dry it is in the winter and fall, because winter and fall can be, well, depending on where you live, can be really harsh on your hair. And so summer, you're always sweating, and so it keeps your scalp really like moist is the word. I was gonna say lubricated, but I don't think that's the word. It keeps your scalp moist since you're sweating a lot, so that helps moisturize and keep moisture in your hair. So if you have ever noticed, oops, I almost deleted so much stuff. If you have ever noticed, okay, sorry guys, I'm looking for the note. It's not even on my iPad. Like, stuff is not coming over from my laptop and phone. Come on, Apple, get it together. Anyways, yeah, your hair, you sweat, and so your hair kind of like soaks in that. Don't think of it like in a nasty way, because it's just, you know, like, just think of it as like, you know how like the water, like there's a water cycle. Just think of your body as a water cycle. I don't know, but yeah, during the summer you sweat, and so your hair, the sweat helps moisturize and keep your hair moisturized. Beautiful, I know. The human body is so beautiful, just magnificent. I'm gonna freestyle it because the note's on my phone and I'm definitely recording on my phone. Number 1, products. I'm gonna say this again. I think I said this like probably in every video where I talk about locks. You cannot just use any products on your locks. I know someone, if you're watching this and that was you who commented, asked me specifically what products I use on my locks. I'm going to do a different, like just a whole video on the products that I use, like the specific products, the brands, names, whatever. But for the most part, I really try to stay on the natural side product wise. I'm not a product junkie at all when it comes to my locks. The only chemical that I have put to my hair is dyeing it and bleaching it. I bleached it a total of times, twice. Once was like a year into locking. That was like a long time ago, almost 5 years. And then I just bleached it 2 summers ago. I don't think, unless like in like a couple of years, and I do mean like probably like 3-4 years, I don't think I'm going to be bleaching my locks again. I wouldn't suggest it. I did definitely notice a difference in the health of my locks after bleaching them. So yeah, that's my first thing, and that kind of was going to another point. But products, you want to make sure that you are using like natural based products. If you look on like the ingredients list and you just see like a long list of ingredients and you really don't even know like what the things are, just put it back. Like what I use most of the time, 99.9% of the time, shea butter, oil, water. I don't use leave-in conditioners. I don't use like, I guess leave-in conditioners. I don't know what else, like moisturizing creams, I guess is what I'm getting at. I don't use any of that stuff. I just use shea butter and oil and water. That's why I'm saying I have stuck to like a more natural hair routine or regimen in terms of my locks. And I honestly, like, not trying to shame anybody who does use like leave-in conditioners or like curling creams or like moisturizing creams or whatever, because like to each his own. I know some lock queens and kings who do use that kind of stuff and it works for them, but for me, I just don't think it would necessarily work for me. And that's just my experience. Like I've just, like I said, I've always been using shea butter, oil, water for my locks, and it's just been working. Like I've never faced a problem. I will say moving back up north during the winter has, like, I have noticed like my locks being dry, but that was last winter. That was my first winter back home up north, and so it was kind of like I forgot like how harsh it was for my hair. But this winter it wasn't as cold, and I think I kind of got a handle on, you know, protecting my hair, making sure that it's covered. And that goes into my second point. You always want to make sure your hair is covered, especially in the winter, and then especially when you're going to bed, because you guys know if you're laying on cotton draws out moisture of everything. And so if you have your head just laying on your sheets and stuff, it's going to draw the moisture out of your hair. So you always want to make sure that you have a bonnet on. And I was gonna try and grab mine because I thought it was around, but you also want to make sure you have a bonnet on or a silk satin scarf or whatever. Never lay down with just your locks out, because it is going to dry your hair, and dry hair can cause breakage. And that goes for like laying on the ground too. And it's not more so like laying on the ground or like, you know, if you're just playing around, like that's more so just like a clean thing, because like locks just like they're like sponges, they soak up stuff. And so for me personally, I just try not to, like, of course, you know, sometimes don't live around, you know, trying to keep your locks clean, because you can always wash them. What I'm saying is don't limit your life, like don't center your life around your locks or like keeping your locks clean, because you can always, you know, wash them, but don't intentionally go, you know, playing around on the floor. You know what I'm saying? You always want to cover your hair, because cotton, it's a moisture monster. It just sucks it out. You can buy like silk sheets and satin sheets and pillowcases. That's something I still need to invest in, pillowcases. But I'm pretty good about putting a bonnet over my hair, because I realized, you know, locks were like sponges. And you know, I don't know if you guys, I'm pretty good now about cleaning out lint in my hair, but sometimes I'll just find like little white, especially like at the ends of my locks. Sometimes I'll just find like little white tips, and it's just like lint. But like I said, I'm pretty good about covering up my hair and making sure I'm not just laying around on anything. I wish I had this list. I wish I had this list. There was another thing I was gonna say. Oh, dyeing your hair. This is such an iffy subject, because you do want to stay away from like chemicals, like especially harsh chemicals like dyeing your hair. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys don't do it, because y'all been following me. I've had how many hair colors in the past 2 years? Let's see. I had orange slash ginger. That faded to blonde, but I didn't dye it blonde, so I'm not gonna count that. It was orange and ginger, and then I dyed it like this magenta red color, and then after that I dyed it like this brown color, and then the brown color started fading, so I dyed it to like what was the color? Oh, this dark purple. I love that dark purple, but that faded and it started fading to burgundy, and I did not want my hair to go lighter. I wanted it to be darker, and so I just lastly dyed it black. So I've dyed my hair 5 times in the past probably 2.5 years. I would not suggest that if your hair is not healthy. Like, I only did it because, for one, like, I wouldn't have kept dyeing my hair so much if I didn't get like a color that I wanted. Like, what I ultimately wanted was a darker color, because for me personally, my hair holds moisture better when my hair is dark. Like, when my hair was ginger, orange, blonde, even reds, my hair wasn't holding moisture as like much as it is since my hair has been black. And so that's kind of one thing I noticed too, and that's why I wanted to go back to black, because my hair holds moisture better when it is darker. Again, I would not suggest dyeing your hair that much. I only did it because, for one, I was not getting the color. My colors just kept fading, and like I said, I wanted ultimately a darker color. And so that's why I kept dyeing it. But I felt confident in continuing to dye my hair that many times, because I knew my hair was, one, healthy enough to sustain it, and two, I hadn't really dyed my hair like that before all that. Ultimately, I wouldn't suggest it, but if you like, I know ladies, if y'all have to dye your hair, I mean, just do it, but make sure your hair is like healthy enough to withstand it. Don't sacrifice, I say this all the time in my videos, don't sacrifice the health of your locks for the aesthetic look of them. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Yeah, if you're dyeing your hair a lot, then that could be a reason why your hair is dry. So the products you're using could be a reason your hair is dry. Your hair may just not like those products, you know? You have to find products that work for you. And like I said, what works for me, oil, shea butter, water. Bada bing, bada bang. Your hair might not like all those chemicals. Your hair, you just may be dyeing your hair too much, and it's just sucking, literally sucking the moisture out of your locks. Stop dyeing your hair so much. Now the notes want to come over. So products, I said that it's not sleeping with something in your hair covering. Another thing I had on here is not enough moisture, and you could be like, well, clearly my hair's dry, so there's not enough moisture. But what I'm saying is, like, you're not moisturizing your hair enough. More so in the summer times, you really don't have to worry about this, and that's just from my experience personally. I don't moisturize my hair as much in the summer as I do winter and fall, because of that I'm sweating, and my scalp is being moisturized from me sweating. That's just the way it is. I mean, it's just the way it is. But you may not be moisturizing your hair enough, or if you feel like you are moisturizing your hair enough, it kind of goes into your hair doesn't like those products. So it's kind of just like what is that thing, like, shoot, a brain fart. What is that thing where you like you have to like figure out what your hair likes. Dang, I suck. Anyways, you kind of just have to like do it as you go. Like, you know, use the product. Does my hair like this? Yes, it likes it, so keep that product. If it doesn't, throw that product out. You just have to you just have to find what your hair likes, is what I'm saying. Because you could be moisturizing enough, but your hair doesn't like those products, so it's not going to retain the moisture. Or you could just not be moisturizing enough. On average, I probably moisturize my hair, I'm not gonna lie, I moisturize my hair as I see fit when I needed it. In my earlier stages of locks, I was really good about moisturizing my hair, but that was because my hair was like shorter. And so I literally would go into the shower and not even tie it up or like put anything in it, because moisture, like steam, is good for your hair. That's moisture too. So I would always go into the shower and just steam my hair and just run some water through it, and then get out the shower and just rub some coconut oil through it too. But that was like in the earlier stages of my locks. Now I can't really do that, because who wants to come out of the shower with dripping locks every time they shower? Not me. One thing I will do though is throw it up in a bun sometimes, and just let the steam get to my hair as I'm in the shower. That's a good way to moisturize your hair. You could also buy a steaming machine, like a facial steaming one, and just, you know, do your hair. That's the next thing on my purchase list. I was gonna buy one like last week, but they're out of stock, and who knows when they're going to restock. So yeah, steam. Ultimately what you have to have present there is water. Water is what gives your hair moisture, but the thing is, like, you have to have something to seal the water in. And so what I do is I spray water on my hair, and then I just put oil on top, because the oil will seal. Well, not even just that, but the water does seal in the oil. The oil seals in the water. The oil seals in the water. So you have to follow up a water product with some kind of sealant, and that is most time oil. I know some people who do it like the other way around, like they do oil and then water, but I don't know, it's just never worked for me. Even when I was like loose natural, I would always do water product first and then follow up with oil last to seal it in, and it's just always worked for me. So maybe that way could work for you too. But ultimately, if your hair is not moisturized enough and it's dry, it has to do something with either you're not moisturizing enough, or your hair does not like the products you're using. You don't want to keep switching from product to product, so try and find something that works for you and just stick with it. I will say though, sometimes you just have to throw like something, like so your hair doesn't adapt to like your routine. I mean, you want your hair to adapt to your routine, but not to the point where it doesn't work anymore. And so that's why sometimes I'll just, well, I don't know, I feel like for locks it's kind of different, because like we don't wash our hair as much as like loose naturals do, and so I feel like we kind of have like time, you know, for our hair not to adapt to a point where it doesn't work anymore, if you know what I'm saying. If you are having dry lock problems, you should look at, am I moisturizing enough, and are the products I'm using, does my hair like that? That's what I would start with. My last thought that I came up with was, you're not washing your hair enough. Like I said, for the most part, I wash my hair on average probably like every month, or like a month and a half between. If I'm really lazy, I'm not gonna lie, I've gone like 2 months without washing my hair. But my hair locks, like, it's really just like on a, when my hair tells me I need it. Like now, my hair is like, okay, Brittany, like, yeah, you could wash your hair. You could wash your hair and it'd be okay. But you could also like, you could also wait a couple more weeks or days to wash your hair and it'd still be okay. I'm hitting, this is a side note, I'm hitting 5 years April 22nd this month, so I plan to do a little photo shoot. So make sure you guys follow me on Instagram so you can see those photos, because I'm super excited. And I'll probably do like a 5-year a 5-year anniversary lock video or something, just so, you know, like, show my appreciation for my hair. Yeah, you may not be washing your hair enough, and I say that because your scalp is a living organism. You guys might not know this, but it is living. Things are growing out of your head, and so for that reason your hair has to breathe. And if your scalp isn't clean enough, your scalp can't breathe and get the air that it needs to grow your hair, or just even moisturize your hair, because your pores or follicles, whatever it's called on your scalp, they could be plugged or clogged. Oh my gosh, I need some coffee or something because my brain's all over the place. But your pores in your scalp could be clogged, which causing your scalp not to soak in the moisture. So you just want to make sure, there's a lot of like I said, there's a lot of things that can go into why your hair feels dry still. But most of the time it's you're not moisturizing enough, or the products you're using your hair doesn't like. So my biggest advice would be to make sure you're moisturizing enough. If you don't already have a regimen or a routine for your hair, kind of get on one. Maybe start with like once every week or twice a week at least.
Okay guys, so one thing I forgot to mention was deep conditioning. You can also use deep conditioning as a way to help further moisturize your locks. I used to deep condition once every month, but I kind of stopped doing it because like I wasn't like taking the time to properly wash the deep conditioner out. So I will say, if you do deep condition your hair, you have to properly take the time to thoroughly wash it all out of your hair. Just, you know, so your hair doesn't have any buildup or nasty gunk.
And then if that isn't helping, then try and find some products that your locks like. Don't hop from product to product. Don't be a product junkie. Stay away from, you know, chemical based products and try and stay to the more natural side of things. Because I really hate that the world like has kind of like painted like chemical and like man-made products being better than what the earth has already given us. But for the most of the time, like, natural stuff works better than chemicals, like, and that's even with like drugs. Listen, we're not here to debate vaccines. But yeah. And then I also want to throw this in there. You can also do like oil treatments to help with dry scalp. For me personally, I do not like oil treatments because I don't like oil anywhere besides my hair. And with oil treatments, that stuff just runs down your ear, down your neck, down your back, and I hate it. It's messy. So I personally don't like oil treatments, and I know for a fact I've only done an oil treatment one time since I've had locks. But yeah, that's what I do to keep moisture in my hair. And like I said, I'm going to do a video where I specifically show you guys and tell you guys the products that I use and stuff. But for the most part, no, like for the whole part, I only use water, shea butter, oil. And that's what I use. That's my truth, and I'm sticking to it. Anyways, I hope I covered everything in this video. If you guys have any more questions about like a more specific to your situation about your dry locks, and maybe, you know, I am not a loctician, I'm not a beautician, I am just a girl with locks. But I can try and help you guys, you know, give you guys my advice and my tips for keeping moisturized hair. So if you do have any specific questions, just drop them in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. Like I said, I'm going to be dropping my 5-year anniversary lock pictures on my Instagram, so I'm super excited. That's going to be April 22nd this month, so in a couple of weeks or days, I guess. Who even knows what day it is? This corona thing just got everything running together. I'm having so many brain farts today. It's not even Monday. But anyways, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna say it again, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel because we are growing here. Dang, I really need a name for you guys. Anyways, I'll think of it, maybe. Make sure you guys like this video, make sure you comment and subscribe. Make sure to even share it maybe with somebody who's trying to start locks. Again, you guys know I am so appreciative of you, and I try to say that at the end of every video so you guys know that I appreciate you. And I mean, really, like every little comment, every like, every subscription, I definitely appreciate it all. I really do, and I can't wait to grow here with you guys. And yeah, I hope you guys are staying safe, stay inside, wash your hands, cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.